Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video we are going to discuss about how we can manage subscription and role-based access control. Okay, so the lab scenario we have is, in order to improve management of Azure resources in Contoso, you have been tasked with implementing the following functionality. Okay, creating a management group that would include all of Contoso's Azure subscriptions. First we need to do is we have to create a management group, and inside that all of the subscription that are there for Contoso will be placed. Okay, granting permission to submit support request for all subscription in the management group to a designated Azure Active Directory user. So we are going to assign a user a custom role so that they are able to create support request. Okay, the user permission should be limited only to creating support tickets as well as viewing resource group. So only two permission we need to give to the user. Okay, so the task we need to perform is, first we need to implement management group, then we need to create a custom role based access control role, and then we have to assign this role to that user that we created. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is create a management group. So we have to go to management group, create a new management group, and we have to copy the management group ID as well as management group display name. Okay, so if I go to a job portal, I'm already logged into it. If I type management group, I'm taking to this. So this is a new account that I'm using, so it does not have any management group as of now. So we'll start with the management group. First we are going to copy the management group ID. This cannot be updated later. Okay, so always plan properly how you want your management group. Okay, so you have a root management group. Inside that you can have up to 6 level hierarchy in a management group. Okay, so this is the name of the management group and this is the ID of the management group. We have to group ID as well as a display name is mentioned over here. We'll just click on save. It will start creating the management group. It is going to take a few seconds. Let's go through the instructions what we need to do. In the list of management group, click on the entity representing the newly created management group and then display details. Okay, we have to go inside that management group, and then from this management group we have to add a subscription that we have. Okay, so I'm currently using only one subscription, so that subscription will be added to this management group. So you can see by default it is visible over here. Okay, so this is my root management group. Inside this we have this subscription. Okay, let's go over here. So I don't have any other management group. If I had another management group, I could have moved this subscription into that management group. Okay, so if I click on move over here and click on this, so this subscription will be updated and will be placed in this root management group. Okay, so this is done. You can see inside this root management group we have subscription. If you have multiple subscription, all of those can be moved like this. Okay, now we need to copy the ID of our subscription and paste it on a clipboard. Let's go to our subscription, and this is my subscription ID. I'm just going to copy it over here and go over here, create a new file and paste the ID over here. Okay, so this is my subscription ID. Going back to management group, and now we are going to create a custom role. Okay, so this is how you can create management group. Besides this option, you can create development or production management group. So it all depends on your architecture of your organization. So you can create a management group based on that. So you can also create management group based on locations as well. You can define anything basically. So now we are going to create a custom role based access control. So we have to check the custom role based access control file that is available in our resources. Okay, so you can check that out in the description below this video. You will be able to go to the page and get all of these files. Okay, so I have already opened this file. So this is the file. So I'm just going to read through this file. Okay, so first we are going to create a we are going to name the custom role that we are creating. Okay, so support request contributor is the name of the custom role. Is custom, basically it is defining this is a custom role. Besides custom, you have inbuilt roles which are provided by Azure. Okay, description, what it allows us to do, allows to create support request. Okay, so this is the description of this resource group. Although we can add, it allows us to create support request and resource groups. Okay, so actions, what this role can do, Microsoft.resources subscription resource group read. So it is able to read all of the resource groups, and let's say read resource groups. And in Microsoft support it can do everything. So basically if it wants to this role, if the role is assigned to a user, they can do anything in the Microsoft support. So in not action we can define what they cannot do. So if for example you do not want to them to give them access to a specific functionality within these, so for example in support you don't want them to see service status, so all these things you can define in not actions. Okay, so by default they are only going to get access to these resources. If it is not defined in actions, they won't be getting any access for the same. Assignable scope basically defines where this role will be applied. Okay, so provider slash Microsoft.management group slash, this is the management group, and this is the subscription, and we have to paste in the subscription ID over here that we copied earlier. Let's go over here, let's copy this subscription ID, let's replace this subscription ID over here. So basically it is going to be applied to the entire subscription. Okay, I'm just going to save this file. Okay, let's go to the instructions again. So we have to replace this subscription ID, we have to upload our file, JSON file, and then we have to run this command. Okay, so basically we are going to create a new custom role. So if I go over here and if I click on upload, so if I go to my desktop, so this is the role file that I was working on earlier. So it has completed uploading it to my home directory. Okay, and after that I need to run this command. Okay, new role definition input file this. So this is basically going to create a new custom role for me. New Azure role definition, we are defining the role, and it is all the parameters are being basically taken from this file that we just uploaded. So you can see a new support request contributor role has been created. This is the ID of the role. Okay, it is a custom role, all the things that we described earlier. So we are able to read resource group, and it is able to create support request, and it will be applied to basically this entire subscription. Okay, so all these things we can see over here. Let's go back to the instructions. We have to close the Cloud Shell. I will keep it open over here, and we will work on this window. Now we need to assign role-based access control. So basically we have defined all the permission that can be assigned using this role-based access control. What we are going to do now is we are going to create a new user and assign this to that user. Okay, in this task you will create an Azure Active Directory user, assign the RBAC role you created in the previous task to the user, and verify that the user can perform the task specified in the RBAC role definition. Okay, in Azure portal, search for the selected Azure Active Directory on your, okay, so we need to create basically a new user. I'm just going to copy the username from here. Let's copy it, and I'm going to go to Azure Active Directory. It is also there in my favorites. I need to go to users, create a new user. Username, I'm going to paste it from there. Again, I'm going to paste the username. Let's have an auto generated password. I'll keep this password over here because we need to change this password after some time. Okay, anything else we need to do in this instruction? So password we can define over here, but I won't be defining because we anyway need to change this password. Okay, manual root, and then we need to, okay, so we have to create this new user. So nothing else is mentioned, so I'm going to keep all the settings default. We have created a new user over here. Okay, this is the user email address or UPN. So now I need to navigate back to my management group and display detail, and in IEM I have to click on add and role assignment and assign the support request contributor role to the newly created user account. Okay, going back over here, let's go to management groups. So if I go to its details and if I go to identity and access management, let's see the roles that we have. So you can see you have different options. Either you can have built-in roles, these are basically provided by Azure, so these are inbuilt, whereas you can create custom role as well. Okay, our role is still not visible over here. Okay, great, now it is visible. So you can see support request contributor, this is a custom role that we created. Okay, I'm just going to click on add role assignment. Okay, I'm going to select a role and our role is a custom role. Let me check the name of the role again, support request contributor, right? Let's search it over here, support request contributor custom. Okay, assign it to AZ user group or service principal. Email address, I only have 2 users, so basically I'm going to assign it to the second user that I have. Okay, and over here you should be able to see the role assignment. Okay, so this is the owner, and then we have support request contributor, and this is getting applied to the entire management group. Okay, so you can see it is getting applied to the management group. If we had 20 subscription, it will be applied to all of those subscription as well. Okay, so we have assigned the specific role. Okay, it is reflecting over here. Now let's go back to our instructions. Okay, now we need to log in with that user and see if we are able to see all of the details or not. Okay, before I log in with that user, let's go to our resources, all resources. We are able to see we have a storage account in all resources, and if I go to my resource groups, I have 3 resource groups. So let's create another resource group. RG01. I'm just creating a dummy resource group, basically. Review and create just to show you that I'm able to create these resource groups. Okay, so I've created a new resource group. If I go to resource group, now I should have 4 resource groups. Okay, it's taking some time to update. Okay, this is strange. Okay, I think that resource group was not created. Let's create one more resource group, RG02. I'm not going to name it the same because I think that will be created. Let's click on create and let's wait for it to get deployed. Okay, I believe this is now deployed. If I go to my resource group, okay, now both of them will be visible, I believe. Okay, so we have like 4 or 5 resource groups over here, so it takes a few seconds more to get this deployed. So we should be able to see 5 resource group, but we should not be able to create resource group by using that account. Okay, so I'm going to go to an incognito window. I'm going to go to the Azure portal and let's copy the name of that user we created earlier. So if I go to my Azure Active Directory users, so it has a long UPN. I'm going to copy this, and if I go over here, paste it over here, click on next, it is going to ask me for the password. Copy the password, sign in. It's going to again ask me for a new password. Okay, so I've created a new password for this user. I'm just going to skip the information that it needs as of now. Maybe later, if I go over here and if I go to all resources. Okay, so it is taking some time for this to get populated. So basically we should be able to see the resource group, but we should not be able to modify the resource group. So we are able to see the resource group. If I try and create another resource group, let's do that. RG10, you do not have permission to create resource group under subscription Azure Pass. Okay, so you can see I do not have permission to create a new resource group. Going back to our instructions, let's see if we missed some. Okay, so now we have verified that we cannot create new resource group. Now we can see if we can create a new support request or not. Okay, you have to go to our help and support page, and then we have to go to service and subscription limit quotas, and we have to see if this subscription is listed in the drop down list. Okay, so if I go over here, help and support, so support plans. Okay, so this is the name of our subscription. It is visible to us over here. Meanwhile it is loading, let's go through the instructions. In the in private video, click on basic tab of help and support, new service request blade, select the service and subscription limit or quotas, issue type, and note the subscription you're using in this lab is listed in the subscription drop down list. Okay, so we can see this is a developer subscription that we have got, support plan that we have got. If I click on new support request, issue type, service limits and service and subscription limits, this is my subscription. Quota type, do we need to select a specific quota type? Let's see. Okay, the presence of subscription you're using in the list in subscription drop down list indicates that your account are using the permission required to create the subscription specific support request. If you do not see the subscription and subscription limit quotas option, sign out from the portal and sign in back. So basically it is saying that if you are able to see this, so if I am able to see this option and this subscription is listed, that means I have all the permission that is required. Okay, so if I want to increase quota for a specific service, I can go ahead and create this support request. Okay, after details I have to review and create, and I'll be able to create this support request. So I'm not going to do this because it is also meant, because it is of no use. I do not want to increase any quota, but you can see we do have permission to create a new support request. Okay, so we are able to view the resource groups, but we are not able to create new resource group because we have read access to resource groups. And besides this, we are able to create a new support request. So this is how you can create custom role based access control and assign it to those specific users. Okay, let's go to our instructions, and we are going to perform a cleanup of all our resources. So first we need to go to the user, and we have to copy the object ID attribute of that user. Okay, from its user profile. Let's go back to our screen. Okay, so we have to go to our user. Let's go in Azure Active Directory, user, profile, and we have to copy this object ID and paste it over here. Okay, so this is the object ID that I've copied, and in Cloud Shell we have to run this. Okay, so this is going to basically remove the custom role from this user. Okay, going back to this, from Cloud Shell run the following to remove the custom role definition. Okay, so we are defining the scope and we are removing the role assignment, Now we are removing the role definition that we created earlier. Okay, let's paste it over here. So this is run successfully. Now in cleanup, we have to go to the user account and we have to delete the user basically. Okay, so if I go to, let's open another window. Okay, it's going to take some time. Let's go over here and Azure Active Directory, users, again this user. I'm going to delete this user. Okay, I'm just going to close this window. So this user was successfully deleted, and we have to go to management group and display details. Right click on the left icon or to the right of the entry representing your Azure subscription and click on move. So basically it is saying that we should move the subscription back to its management group. I'm not going to do that, but if you want to do it, you can go to management group, and if you click on this three ellipses, and if you want, you can move it to any other management group. I don't have any other management group beside this tenant root group, so I'm not going to make any changes over here. But if you want, you can move it to a specific management group if you want later as a cleanup process. Okay, so I'm not going to do this. So basically it is asking to us to delete the management group after all of this is done. I'm not going to do it. You can do it if you want. Okay, so in this lab we saw how we implemented management group, how we can create a custom role based access control, how we can assign that role based access control and check the permissions that are there for that role based access control. Okay, thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel.